a new day. Yes, it is.
There is a saying in NXT, the future is now. Well, you will see the future tonight.
Becky attacking Charlotte with a clutch. And Becky from behind. And now Becky assaulting Rousey with a clutch.
It's Talkamania.
Rousey.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode. It's Talkamania. I'm your co-host Desmino, here with Bob Sparkplug J-Bomb. Say hello, J-Bomb.
Oh, clever.
I was thinking, I had that in my back pocket all day.
Yeah. You know, I actually tweeted about Sparkplug the other day when Bailey was wearing like pretty much his attire on Raw.
She has the racing stripes sometimes on her gear, yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand. Why? Why does she have racing stripes?
Because it makes you go fast. Woo!
Makes no sense, man. How you doing?
I'm not going to lie, seasonal depression.
Oh, I'm there. I'm there too.
Yeah, we had a conversation last night. So for listeners, guys, here we are with our episode. We're releasing. We didn't release, I guess, the day we planned to this week, but I slapped J-Bomb in the face and said, we're on the road to WrestleMania. We have listeners out there that rely on us to get through their weeks. So here we are. But yesterday, we just shot the shit.
Yep.
We talked about life, what was going on. Mm-hmm. And sometimes shit gets tough in the winter, man.
Yeah, real life happens, man. Seasonal depression's real. At least it's sunny. Like we're at the point in winter where, well, not today. Today was horribly gray, but we're at the point at the tail end when the days get a little bit longer again. Like when you leave work, there's still sun.
Not when I leave work. No, I leave work about 6 o'clock.
Oh yeah,
so
you're fucked.
It's pretty dark.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I'm trying to avoid traffic, so
Yeah.
I go in at like 9:30, 10. You know, I get there for 10, and then I leave at 6, and it's good. I miss the morning traffic, I miss the evening traffic, and it's all good. But yeah, I think we are getting there. The days are getting a little longer. I think we have one long dirty month ahead of us. But the light is at the end of the tunnel, and or so I tell myself.
March isn't so bad. March
it's a hit or miss.
You can see over the peak, so it's not as you're not climbing.
It's a long month, and sometimes it can go either way. Sometimes we start seeing spring towards halfway through March, or sometimes it's like boom, tons of snow and frost, and your balls are tucked into your stomach. You know, like. It could be one of the other. We got hit with. I had to shovel my car out today.
Yeah, shit. We talk about the weather a lot on this podcast, eh?
I don't know.
Seasonal
it's like, you know, when you're like, so how's the weather?
Exactly. Small talk.
Yeah, we don't like each other, guys. It's a secret.
Awkward.
All right, guys. So if you want to listen to us and give us a follow, it is @_Talkamania. Make sure to listen to us and check us out on Podbean, iTunes, Spotify, anywhere you get your podtastic kicks from. TheChairShot.com, FullPressCoverage.com, TheDailySmart.com, BlogTalkRadio.com, and BodySlam.net. Check them all out, folks.
And as always, check out our partners over at Full Press Wrestling. That's at FPC_wrestling. And check out World Wrestling Manager on Twitter at WW Manager Game. And every month we seem to be doing these kickoff shows for the pay-per-views over at Full Press Radio, so check them out on Twitter as well.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. We did another one for Elimination Chamber. Yep. We had a caller, and we want to have more, guys. So if you guys are listening, make sure to keep an eye on our social media. We'll be putting out details. Give us a call, interact. It's a lot of fun. We did a run-in on Boot to the Face. Rucker, we'd love to have you on. You speak words of wisdom sometimes. And we love you, buddy. But yeah, guys, check it out. It's a lot of fun. And we're going to be doing it for Fastlane. And that's only, 2-3 weeks away, man?
It's coming quick. It's coming fast. And if you want to pick up some merch, ProWrestlingTees.com/Talkamania. And if you're into video games, Twitch.tv/Talkamaniacs. Check us out.
You know what's interesting with Talkamaniacs? I don't know if it's because I'm putting this out there, but like now I'm getting all these friend requests.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if I'm a celebrity or not officially, but I'm getting all these friends requests, and I'm being added to all these like, I guess group chats for games, like Fortnite groups and stuff. And people are like, "Do you want to play?" And I'm like, "I don't know who you are." And there's like 67 people in there, and I have to keep leaving the conversations, and I'm getting re-added. So if you're gonna add us, you know, be nice and don't harass me when I'm playing my games.
Don't spam. Leave the spam. All right, man. Elimination Chamber. I wasn't expecting much. And surprisingly, the pay-per-view... well, hold on. It was like shit in the middle. But the opening match was amazing. The women's chamber match was really good. And then Kofi Kingston in the Elimination Chamber in the main event was amazing. Everything in between was kind of shit. I mean, it's nice that... Finn Balor winning the IC was sweet. But... I gotta say, I was pretty impressed with the pay-per-view just off those two matches.
Yeah, well, I think this is my worst show for predictions.
Yeah.
Usually I'm pretty good, but I was like off and all over the place on this one. Yeah, you did do okay. He's dancing like a monkey, this guy over here. All right. But yeah, okay, I didn't expect a lot in this pay-per-view either. I didn't feel like I got a lot. I'm not as, excited about it as everybody else was. I'm upset because I did miss, as much as I harp about it, I missed the Cruiserweight match, the 205 live match, because, well...
Technical difficulties.
And technical difficulties as well, too, with our stream.
Yeah.
And now when you go back and watch the replays, they don't include it.
Yeah.
So, because it was part of the pre-show. So I'm going to have to watch that match out, but some are saying that it stole the show. So I'm excited. I'm going to check it out. And that's one match that I guess I'm going to have a treat to look forward to afterwards. But the women's tag team match, I thought it was good.
It was great.
I know I'm probably being...
it was great.
I don't think it was great. I think it could have been a bit smoother. I don't think it was. I know I'm being a bit critical. I know. Okay, guys. It was good.
I was engaged. I was engaged the whole time.
Maybe I had higher expectations. I just felt like it could have been smoother. And really, I talked for weeks and weeks, maybe even a month or two, how we knew Sasha and Bayley were going to win these titles, right? And then there was a part of me that switched the last minute.
But everybody switched, and I think that's what made it somewhat unpredictable. Everybody seemed to go Nia Jax, Tamina.
And I'll give you that as well, too, at the same time. However, you should have had those to be the final two teams. To have Mandy and Sonya be the final team, first of all, you called it.
I loved it.
Right?
I loved it.
Yeah. I liked it, but as soon as that happened, I was like, okay, well, yeah, for sure, Sasha and Bayley are going to win. It's, at this point.
I honestly thought Mandy might have... I thought they were going to pull it off. I still thought that they had a chance. I did.
Maybe a small chance. They're really trying to push these superstars too.
Yeah.
So maybe that's going to be the way they're going to push these two. They seem to be high on them. But I don't know. I think I would have liked to have Nia Jax and Tamina finish it up. They could have done the same spot in the cage, in the plexiglass. I'm calling it plexiglass because, guys, that's what it is. It's not glass.
No. They had a lot of fails.
It was
on
pretty
that
piss poor. Come on. Bayley, wasn't even close to where Nia ran into. But, I
know. There was a lot of botching on those chamber cells.
That's kind of it. It's I don't know. I thought it could have been smoother, but you know what? I'll chill out a little bit and give it to them. The match was good. It was a historic moment.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Sasha fan, so part of me is kind of ugh. But you know what? I will say, if you're going to give those titles to any two women, I think they gave it to the right two women. I think, you're grimacing over there. Yeah. But it's funny, I think the match wasn't great, but I'm okay with who they gave it to. You like the match, but you don't like who they gave it to.
I don't care who they gave it to. I guess you're right. It makes sense, especially with them going to NXT the next night and bringing the titles there and announcing that not only is it going to be on Raw and SmackDown, but they're also going to be defended on NXT. I think that's really cool. And I guess Sasha and Bayley are great NXT ambassadors, right? They were
for sure.
They're the biggest women to come out of it. So
I think they both worked hard enough to earn it, and awesome, good for them. And you know what? One thing about them being on NXT, we talked about this, man. Io Shirai and Kairi Sane.
The butt pirates,
man. What do you say?
The butt pirates.
Why the butt pirates?
Well, you know the term butt pirate, right? Never heard that before? I think it's from Simpsons.
Maybe. Explain it to our listeners.
I don't know what it is, but I've heard people say the term, "Oh, you're a fucking butt pirate." So whenever I read Sky Pirates, I always think butt pirates. I don't know why. It pops in my head.
All right, you crazy, crazy man.
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, man.
Yeah, but yeah, it's cool. The promo they cut on Raw, I thought was a bit awkward. It wasn't the smoothest.
Sasha Banks sucks on the microphone. End of story.
Yeah,
she's horrible.
She's not.
And
that
so
great.
is Bailey sucks too.
Bailey's okay. She's okay. But then Nia comes out, and I'm telling you, like I know I said last week too that like there's a part of me that when Nia comes out, I'm like, oh, but like she makes me smile because
you got a crush on her, don't you?
No, do not have a crush. But she kind of like her trolliness entertains me. It's like, oh, I hate you so much, but like she knows what buttons to press, Like, I don't know. There's something about it. I don't like her, guys. I'm telling you, I don't. But there's something about the character she plays where I'm like, oh, I don't know. I'm amused when she comes out and trolls people.
Well, that's good. Hey, they let Tamina talk this week.
Yeah, barely.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a good thing. I miss the old Tamina clip. Do I have that in the repertoire still? We gotta play that soon. Her
but I thought she was gonna botch a big splash too, and it's never great.
It's horrible. Yeah. She's horrible at that. Like,
she's
just
horrible
stop.
in general. She's always wearing like I always find that dress shirt she wears.
Yeah,
it's kind of like it reminds me of. And I picture the scene in Seinfeld when Elaine sleeps with Jerry, and then she walks out wearing his big shirt. You know when a girl like wears a guy's shirt?
Yeah.
To me, it's like she's wearing a big shirt. It's that mixed with like Michael Jackson or something. Like I don't know.
I get the Michael Jackson vibe. I'll give her this. When they came out of their pods in the Elimination Chamber,
they kicked ass.
Yeah, they look badass. So I think if they can keep Tamina just doing that and shutting up and get rid of the splash, she can. She's something. I don't know what.
I honestly feel like they should be putting somebody else with Nia Jax. I'm not exactly sure who.
Rhea Ripley and her would be sick together.
They would be, but I think like if Rhea Ripley was with Nia Jax, when you have like one person who's got like the ugly girl who's with an uglier best friend, she makes her look hot. I think
that's what they're doing with Ripley.
I didn't mind to spell it out. But if she goes with Ripley, Nia Jax is going to be like, goodbye, That's going to be Ripley.
What would be awesome is if Ripley, when she came in, if she was like Alexa Bliss's bodyguard or something like that.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah. I was hoping that like we were going to see an Oscar program with Ripley as well too. But we'll see. There's so many options moving forward. I
can't wait till we talk about Oscar.
Shut up! I can't. I'm going to push it as far down as I can. I may or may not say much.
All right. I'll pull it out of you. So Finn Balor pulled it off and beat the Schmuck and Bobby Lashley.
The Schmuck.
And I told you he was going to win.
Yeah, man. You called this one too. I don't know. I just felt like they put them together as an excuse of like, well, because look, Bobby Lashley got a clean win on Roman Reigns, months ago, right? Yeah. So I was thinking, okay, well, he technically could defeat Finn Balor. I could see it happening. And if they put, Leo Rush in there, then it's a little bit of a, hey, he beat him, but Leo Rush was there to help, so fans don't get too angry. Okay. But yeah, he overcame the odds. He beat the two of them. I think it was great. Finn Balor now has the Intercontinental Championship. I thought it was going to be a moment where he won it at WrestleMania. So I hope they're lining up for a really cool matchup for him at WrestleMania for the IC title. Maybe a skirmish with multiple people in it. They'll probably throw a bunch of people together. I could see that happening. But yeah, he won. And then Bobby Lashley takes his frustration out on the man of the hour, gives him this giant choke slam he has.
I like that of Bob. Bobby Lashley, some of his moves are sick. That move there, and I like his spear. I really do.
His spear's okay. Yeah. That chokeslam is like chokeslam number 4 from like SmackDown versus Raw moveset. They had that one.
Yeah.
Where they grabbed him.
It's fucked up looking, but it's effective.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then he takes him out. They're crying and whining all over social media, or Leo is like, "Take me back. I'm sorry." And then the next week on Raw, the next day on Raw, they're just back together again. So I don't know if it's a once only, but it looks like they buried the old hatchet. Yeah. But good for Finn Balor, and we'll see what happens with the IC title moving forward. Hopefully, he can hold it longer than the Universal title, which I guess he may have already done.
Yeah. Oh, geez, boys. Yeah. Yeah, no, he definitely has. Yeah. They should have not put Leo back with him. That's where I'm at. I think it's.
I don't know if that was the
silly.
original. I don't think that was the initial plan. I think it was with the NXT call-ups that Triple H had this week, which was huge for both brands.
Yeah.
But they ended up putting them back together because I was hearing that the initial plan was to have Ricochet versus Finn Balor, and then Triple H decided, you know what? I don't know, because they don't want Finn Balor to lose on his first, on the first night he has the IC title. So it kind of made sense why they mixed it up, and then they put them back together. So I'm sure Bobby and Leo, they're going to have Trouble in Paradise. That's funny because, the theme of this week is Mr. Kofi Kingston.
Yeah.
But Trouble in Paradise, and they will probably, they'll be fighting and feuding, and they'll break up sooner than later. This week might have just been for the sake of having the NXT call-ups.
Yeah. Before we get to Kofi, Ruby Riott got raped at Elimination Chamber, and that's what I'm gonna stick with it. I loved the Becky, Charlotte, and Ronda segment. I don't see why they had to have a match to get that segment on the pay-per-view. It was silly, but Becky beat the shit. Oh, was it the pay-per-view that she beat the shit out of them with the crutches?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That was savage.
It was. And apparently Ronda literally told Becky, go all out, hit me as hard as you can, and cut the side of her head open.
Yeah.
She had stitches on her arm as well, too, afterwards.
It looked awesome. It looked great.
And, yeah, so, I mean, they didn't need to have a match, but I think it was good to have a match with Ronda Rousey, just because, look, we're building up Becky for WrestleMania. Yeah. You gotta send Ronda in there looking strong, so you put her in a matchup.
She should have fought somebody else.
I'm getting to that.
Sorry.
So yes, I feel like you could have had her fight anybody else or many other people. Mind you, again, there wasn't too many people left on the roster, and that was a big reason why Asuka wasn't around for the last month too, because there just really wasn't a competitor for her to face at Elimination Chamber. So going back to the point for Ronda, they're going to put her up against somebody, and who would be the next best person? Well, they ended up doing the whole angle where she went through the Riot Squad, and the last member for her to take on was going to be Ruby Riott. And I was a bit upset that she didn't have that match on Raw, and she looked like a coward, and I thought it could be a good opportunity for them to kind of, highlight, Ruby's, she's great, and she can be that leader in the ring. And I just felt like that match, it was a squash match.
It was a minute.
And I think Ruby was capable of a lot more. And we did get a rematch on Raw. I think it was because of the blowback from social media. A lot of people were really, really upset about that.
Yeah.
And hey, man, I don't mind. Have Ruby lose the match. But at least have them have a match,
Let her have her moment with Ronda. Let her benefit from Ronda's household name. Build her. You can lose a match and still build. So, yeah.
Sarah Logan had the best showing against Ronda Rousey,
she did.
So... But yeah, the match itself definitely wasn't. I wasn't too thrilled with it. The match on Raw a little bit better, but it's a start. But again, the whole thing was telling the story with Becky and Charlotte, and I think having Becky coming out and limping the way she was sad to see.
Yeah.
But she was playing us to some degree, and basically took it out on Charlotte. Beat the. It was disturbing how bad she beat Charlotte. Charlotte was just like, it was so bad.
My wife's like, what the fuck is going on? She's like, is she really pissed at them?
I find when these women swing the chairs or swing the kendo sticks or swing they don't care where they hit.
Good.
They'll hit on the arms, they'll hit on the hands, the ankles, the face. It's
when they hit them in their hands, like their fingers. I'm like,
You see Charlotte's arm is all bruised up and... it's pretty cool, and they're really kind of just going all into it. So we'll see what happens.
Yep.
And I'm still wondering what's going to happen at WrestleMania. If it's Becky's obviously going to find her way in there, but is it going to be a triple threat, or are we still going to get that Becky one-on-one? Because I'm not so certain we're going to get Asuka versus Charlotte anymore.
I could guarantee you're not going to.
So if that's the case, then what Charlotte's going to be in this triple threat? I have to think they're going to do this just because they're going to want to protect the heat on Ronda Rousey.
To tell you the truth, at this point, Ronda versus Becky 1v1 is so far in my rear view that I'm almost looking forward to this triple threat. So I'm
getting on board with it.
Yeah,
I'm getting on board with it. I think they should have done people want this Becky versus Ronda match, but hey man, if it's going to be with Charlotte, let's make the best of it. And I still think it could be a pretty good match. But I think it's a pussy way out if they're using it just to protect Ronda Rousey, which it seems like that is the whole reason they're doing this.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, you could look at it from that angle. I'm looking at it like, if we keep getting these bomb-ass segments with the three of them going forward, I'm just going to keep it positive on that. I love Charlotte. I thought she's back to being a bitch, and it's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was the one who said, too, like, I like when she's in this character, and I'm very happy to have her back. You know, I don't know if I'd want to have that triple threat match, but I'm definitely happy that she's back, and you know she brings it every week, and I'm excited to watch what goes on. You know, we didn't even have Becky this week on SmackDown or Raw.
No, we didn't.
No Baxter.
No Baxter. All right, Kofi Kingston. He got his moment in Elimination Chamber. Excuse me.
He got a moment.
Yeah, it was pretty big.
Not the moment.
No, he got his moment. Whatever. I mean, the night ended on him. He got cheered out of the ring.
It's true, because like Daniel Bryan, even though he won that match, he quickly left, and it was like Kofi Kingston. Yeah. You know, so I think something turned. I think the WWE was like, "Oh my god, what is this?"
Yeah,
like, the fans are really behind this guy. Like, and I think they're calling like almost an audible during the match of like, "Okay, let's Daniel Bryan take a title and let's focus on this story."
I liked how it got down to the two of them, and then they had like a full match, which is really cool at the end. And like, there's a lot of false
finishes that had me.
Yeah,
the false finishes had me. I was like, oh, he got, he hit him with the knee. That's it. Yeah. Oh, he kicked out. Yeah. And I was like, Trouble in Paradise. He got it. He's going to get it. Oh, my God. He's actually, he did it. Oh. And like, we got him in the yes lock or the label lock or the no lock or the vegan lock, whatever you want to call it now. And he didn't tap out.
I know. I thought he was going to tap so many times.
I knew once he jumped to the top, that was going to be it. But like, I was okay at that point.
I was okay.
Like, all right, well, it is what it is.
I was ready to come.
He looked awesome. And then, it's pretty sweet. And I think Kofi, you got another win over him this week on SmackDown.
Yeah.
So that was really exciting to see. I think it's rewriting also the road to WrestleMania to some degree.
Yep.
I'm not saying the main event of WrestleMania, but folks, we're getting Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE title at Fastlane.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting.
They have good
chemistry.
There's rumors, tons of rumors circulating. There's rumors circulating that Big E is going to cost him this match, and then they're going to feud. They're going to have a match at WrestleMania.
I got goosebumps.
J-Bomb's got goosies. Yeah, he's rubbing his nipples.
My nips
too.
are hard. No joke.
Oh my God, it's crazy. And there's some rumors saying that he actually might win the championship, and Daniel Bryan would go off and do something else and have a match. So we'll see. I don't know. Pretty exciting. I'd like to say so.
I gotta hand it to them. I wasn't excited for that Elimination Chamber match, and now that it's happened, I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed everything that's come out of it. I wasn't too thrilled to have a 6-man tag on SmackDown the next day, but whatever, it is what it is. But I'm excited about Fastlane. There's so many things that can happen. There's still Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, a potential turn of Big E. I mean, there's a shitload of stuff going on.
I think the reason you're getting the 6-man tag was because the NXT call-ups, right? So they're just like, okay, well, let's try to get everybody in there at the same time. A little bit lazy, but yes, I get it. Yeah. Now, I want to ask you this, J-Bomb.
Yeah.
Kofi Kingston, do you think they should pull the trigger on this?
Like shoot him out back? No.
No. Let's not get ourselves in trouble.
Do I think he should be the champion?
Yes.
That's a good question. I've never been big on Kofi. Not gonna lie. Always been a Biggie guy. Always. But after Elimination Chamber, honestly, yeah, they should.
Hey, he did a dive off the cage. You said he was gonna do, or he just died back.
Yeah, and there was only on 2 dudes, and he hit hard. He hit fucking hard.
Yeah, and he hit hard. Yeah, it was cool. I mean, I'm trying to think. Do they pull the trigger on this? There's part of me that's like, well, I know there's a big period where you didn't watch wrestling.
Yeah.
You took a break, and I was watching. And again, I know Boot to the Face was talking about this as well, too, and they're tweeting about it a week or so ago. That feud with Randy Orton that he had was really... Oh, it was... Yeah. And he did it... Okay, well, let's talk about the Randy Orton feud. Dude, it was really good, picking up lots of momentum. I think he took it to Randy Orton's car as well, too, and they were into that whole, like, I'll destroy your car thing.
Okay.
And then, they had this amazing match. He ended up hitting the boom drop off of, like, not where the fans are sitting up by the railing, through like a table.
Sick.
The match was great, and then it kind of came to an end during that whole botch where Orton was supposed to be giving him, I guess it was the punt, but he didn't get in place for it, so then he ended up getting him up, RKOing him, which still looked fine to me.
I was trying to see where he fucked up.
Well, I think Orton knew what the ending was, and since Kofi wasn't doing it, he basically exposed the botch by doing that. But I thought it was poetic justice to see 10 years later having him take down Orton and do stupid. And then Orton even retweeted it or liked it or something. Yeah. So you got to admit, all the superstars are behind him. There's this special kind of magic. When Daniel Bryan was going for the championship, nobody in the backstage wanted him, or I guess the administration or the
authority.
The authority, that's the word. I can't believe it. They drilled that into our brains. I forgot. They didn't want him to win it, and he ended up winning. They rewrote it for him. Rewrote it for him after Batista had won the Royal Rumble, and he was planned to win that year. So who knows what's going to happen? In my personal opinion, do I feel like they should pull the trigger? No.
Ooh.
I don't think they should pull the trigger. I think a part of what makes this so magical is that he hasn't got that title. And I feel like if you just give somebody the title, it's like, well, anybody who's been there long enough, they're going to get that title. I mean, I guess, they didn't give it to Goldust, but, and there's others as well, too. But I don't know. I don't think you should. I think if he wins the title, I can't believe that he would hang on to it long.
No, it'd have to be short.
Yeah, I can't see Kofi just running with the title and defending it and having these grueling matches. He's a spot man. He has, these fun spots, but
I don't know. He grinded it out with Daniel Bryan, though.
He grinded it out, and it was a good match. Maybe we'll see more of him. Maybe he'll take it to another level. I love Kofi Kingston. I think he's great. I like what he brings. I like that he's been there for so long. He's so consistent. And I would be okay if he wins. But I think, they just can't give us everything we want. We're going to get Becky, at WrestleMania.
I don't think they have to do it now. I think they could do it after WrestleMania. I think he can do,
I think you have to do it at WrestleMania if you're going to do it.
Oh, no.
I think if he wins at, Backlash, it's
Oh, no, but that's the kind of champion I see him as. No, okay.
And that's why, I don't want him to win. It's I don't feel like it's going to be worth much.
If he wins at Fastlane, I'm okay with that. And then loses it at WrestleMania. I'm okay with that. I don't want to see him.
I just remember all the times Kofi Kingston's been pinned by everybody and their mother, I don't know, just all of a sudden. So you look at the video games, right? Kofi Kingston's rating's probably 79, 80 to 81.
Yeah, who cares?
And all of a sudden he's going to be the WWE champion and he's going to go up to 89 to 94. You're no, man.
Mahal.
I was thinking this week, where the hell's he been?
In the hallway.
Yeah, I guess that's it. He's in the Jinder Mahal way.
All I know is that I'm sold on Kofi. Does he need the championship? No. Is it nice seeing him in the picture? Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
And I hope this is the beginning of the end of the New Day. So I want to see.
I'm just wondering. Well, see, Biggie gave an interview, I think it was this week, where he was saying would you guys ever break up? And he's like, well, look, if it made sense, we'd always be down for it. But we don't just do what we do on TV. We do all these appearances. We, do Make-A-Wish.
Yep.
We do all these PR things, merchandise. It would be stupid to break us up.
Yeah, sure.
So I don't know. I'm sure it's got to have to happen at some point in time.
Yeah, but they could just implode, and then Xavier can get them back together.
Maybe, because they're going to have to give them a WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
Even if he doesn't win the title or whatever, after Fastlane. I hear this is going to be a one and done, to give fans a treat going into WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. And we'll see. I'm just so curious to see who Daniel Bryan's challenger is going to be. I hear it's supposed to be a returning superstar, and one of the heavily named individuals who's rumored to face Daniel Bryan for his WWE title. Yes, sir. Kevin Owens, I read that. And WrestleMania main event, I don't know. But you know what? I'm from Montreal, and he's a Montreal boy, and if he's fighting for the WWE title at WrestleMania, I'm so down.
Yeah, I'll lose my shit.
So
we got to bring in Canada flag when we go to Mania.
Yeah, and other rumors are Batista.
Batista versus Daniel Bryan?
I know, wouldn't that be stinky?
No, I don't want to see that shit. That's garbage.
Yeah. One name I'm going to throw out there for you because and I'm glad we took a day to record our podcast a day later because lots of news came out.
Yeah.
So big news next week on Raw. Roman Reigns is going to come out and give an update on his health and status. Big news, awesome. The big dog is coming to Raw. Love him or hate him.
It's been a while since we talked about Roman, eh? So should we give him his soundbite?
And I can't get over.
Well, I doubt that won't. Unless you're the Rock crowd from this past week, I'm pretty sure you're going to get over. That crowd was terrible.
I didn't get it. Everybody was complaining about it. I didn't even notice that they weren't.
I wasn't I don't care. I'm over it. But the NXT people were called up and not much cheering throughout the whole entire show. I mean, it wasn't a bit lackluster.
Everybody knew they were there. It wasn't a surprise. They announced it at the beginning, so you were waiting for them to come out. It's not like there was an open challenge and all of a sudden Tommaso Ciampa's music hits and you're like, what the fuck? And then later on in the night, Ricochet's music hits and you're like, what the fuck? You're like, oh, here comes Aleister Black.
Nah, man. Given the right city, and not even the right city, many cities. Look, when we went to Montreal and we had Seth Rollins there, we blew our shit.
Seth
The roof went
Rollins.
off.
He's a main roster guy.
I don't know, man. NXT, those guys are pretty popular. And look, man, they did really good for halftime heat.
Yeah.
They basically, Raw and SmackDown Lives were the NXT shows this week.
Yeah, true.
So, there's obviously some excitement there. People are excited to watch these guys perform. We'll talk about it very, very shortly. But the Raw crowd, I have to say, I wasn't that impressed.
Meh.
Now, Roman Reigns, I think when he comes out on Raw next week, I think the roof is going to blow off.
I agree.
I think people are going to be really happy to see this guy. They're going to cheer him. If anybody boos him, you're going to have those social media people that are like, anybody who boos Roman, I had to.
Or, but even if he gets cheered, they're going to be like, you can't cheer him. I'm an old school Roman Reigns. I'm the hipster Roman Reigns fan.
I liked him before he got sick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's ridiculous. People are so silly. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. What does it mean? I'm pretty sure if they're having him on there, he's not going to come out there and say, he's on death's bed. He's definitely coming back to say that things are going well. He just finished filming a movie, I believe.
Yep.
So he's definitely in good enough health to be able to work. For the WWE, let us see. I wouldn't be surprised to see him come back soon. It may be a couple months, but who knows? Maybe it will be a Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE title. How would you guys feel about that? Would you be a little bit upset that he's kind of coming back like this and being inserted into the title picture yet again for another main event? Or do you feel like, well, look, man, the guy's coming back. This is going to be huge. It's time to capitalize on it.
Yeah, that's a tough one to answer. I don't really want to see him thrown right into that picture right off the bat, especially with Daniel Bryan. It's just confusing because he's on SmackDown. And Roman was on Raw. But I would definitely prefer Roman versus Daniel than Roman versus Brock, or Roman to be thrown into the Seth Rollins match.
Oh, my God. That would just... Oh, God. If they put him in that triple threat...
Now, hold on. If Roman Reigns came out, heel turned, and cost Seth the match, like Seth did with the cashing in the Money in the Bank at 31, I'm all for that. I am all fucking for that.
Wow. That would be interesting.
Yeah. I would be.
So you got to
for
think
that.
Daniel Bryan's challenger could be Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Probably not, but it could be Roman Reigns. Could be Kevin Owens, and it could be John Cena. We've talked about that as well too.
I'm down for all of them. I'm down for all of them.
Down.
And it could be a guy from NXT.
Right. And NXT, right? So, that was the big surprise.
Yep.
Well, it wasn't even a surprise. They posted it on social media, which...
Sucks.
I get it. They want people to tune in. That's the main thing. It's like, well, people might not... And they actually work, because the ratings were actually quite high this week.
Yeah.
So I think letting us know ahead of time is their strategy for people tuning in. And I think that's it. People go to the shows. They want to watch Raw and SmackDown. They're not as big fans of NXT. People watching at home, they love NXT. There's more of us, so we tune in. And it worked. And the show was all built around the NXT talent.
Yep.
We didn't get Adam Cole or Velveteen. I was a little bit upset we didn't get Cole. I thought that could have been nice to have him. But maybe, or at least maybe have some of them on Raw and then another batch on SmackDown.
Yeah, that would have been
done
nice.
That.
But I think Undisputed Era, I think they're special. And I think...
They could have done Sanity versus Undisputed Era.
Yeah, but Sanity hasn't been around. So to me, it would have been kind of just like
Except they were there this week on SmackDown,
yes,
anyways.
true.
So.
But I think when Undisputed Era comes up, it's got to come like it's going to be a faction, right? So I feel like they got to be very careful with the way they bring them to the main roster.
Yeah, but I think for the most part, so this is the thing. Are they up permanently? Do they come up and down? Because they said their debut, Aleister Black's like, it's not only 1 or 2 battles, this is just the beginning. Like, what does all this stuff mean? Ricochet cut a really emotional promo backstage. He was almost shaking, you could see.
Yeah.
I think it was a really emotional time for him. And, this guy was on the indie scene. People thought he would never make it just because of, the style that he is. He's just kind of a very flashy, high-flying, all-over-the-place wrestler. There's going to be no room for it in the WWE. But obviously, he's making a name for himself. So really, I actually want to say really proud of this guy. I think he's doing really well for himself, and I felt him on that promo. So, working with Finn Balor, I thought that was pretty cool, and, not too bad. Now, I do have to say, DIY.
Yeah.
I feel like Ciampa, okay, is like this nasty villain. He's vile. He's just so ruthless on NXT. And I felt like he was kind of watered down on the main roster.
Right? He has to.
He's just standing there in the back with Gargano. They're all buddies. He's holding that title, which is cool. I like how he does that. Yeah. But it's like, we see you backstage. Yeah, we're going to beat you. It's just like, that's not Ciampa, man. Ciampa's got to be villain. Ciampa should have been like beat the crap out of like Rollins or something, like maybe that is a little bit too much, but he should have had more of an involvement. And this whole DIY thing, like they hate each other, they're fighting, and then they're together on Raw and SmackDown. And then I'm going to give you guys a spoiler here. Most likely your NXT TakeOver New York main event is going to be Ciampa versus Gargano.
Yeah.
So just letting you know. This whole NXT big announcement, guys, that they were talking about, well, they're bringing back the Dusty Road Classic tag team match.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a... Okay, whatever.
A little bit of a... Oh, really?
I thought they were getting cable. I thought they were going to be on TV.
That could have been awesome.
Yeah.
But in the semifinals of this match, Ciampa and Gargano, they lost. And I think at the end, Ciampa tried to attack Gargano, and Gargano actually was ready for him and attacked Ciampa, and then was holding the belt up on the ramp. So I'm sorry, guys, I'm spoiling it for you, but yes, it looks like we're going to get Gargano versus Ciampa at NXT TakeOver.
I'm down.
I guess they're really high on their feud. I'm down for it too, but I hope this is the end of the feud because it's kind of been going on a little too long. But we also saw Gargano drop the North American title to Velveteen Dream.
Yep.
So all the stars are aligning now. And DIY were together this week. Now they're not. And I don't know. But I wasn't too thrilled with Ciampa's character, I guess. I just expected a little bit more out of him.
Okay, I get it. And I agree. It was gimmicky. They came up. They had to fight somebody that they were going to beat. They had to fight somebody somewhat credible. So they gave them Revival on Raw, which I thought the match was just like not that good.
Dude. The matches, the NXT talent, we're not having NXT matches. Well, that's what I'd like to say.
I agree, but when they're on main, it's always like that though. It is always like that. Sasha, and Bayley never had a match on main card as good as their NXT ones, and it's unfortunately going to be like that. It's a different recipe. Just the way that they chain moves together in NXT. They'll do like 2 or 3 power moves in a row, whereas on main card it's one power move pin.
I feel like the ring is bigger on Raw too. I don't think so. I think because the colors maybe it makes it look different, but like I just feel like the ring is so much larger.
I know, it feels big. But Ciampa backstage, shit rolls downhill, and it's an old boys club, WWE. So you got to think that I think Velveteen Dream would have taken some more risks, but I'm sure Ciampa was just, staying in line, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and he's obviously happy to be there. He's not going to say, no, I'm going to go there and I'm going to do my way. They're like, you're going to go out there and dance at a tutu. He's going to do it.
He's like, fuck yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But the bar, that was a really cool match to see going into it. I thought their promo backstage with each other was kind of soft.
Yeah.
But the match itself was decent. Man, did you see that the top rope when Sheamus fell onto Ciampa's
Is he okay?
leg?
Is he fine?
Apparently he's all right.
Okay.
But apparently he said he was all right last time when he tore his knee up.
Yeah, he finished the match. So.
Yeah, but we'll see. I think he'll be okay. It's a bit of a scare, I would say. But I didn't know, man. Sheamus is actually dealing with spinal stenosis.
Oh, whatever that is.
Well, it's really serious back issue. So, like, who knows how much time he has left on his, how much mileage he has left. But that's pretty serious.
I like
Sheamus is all right. It's all right. He sticks to that whole bar thing. He's always like, during a match, he'll always yell it out. We're not just the bar. Or we don't just set the bar.
We are the bar. If we're going to... I would like to see Aleister Black and Ricochet stay. I'd like to see Ciampa and Gargano go back to NXT. I feel like if all four were to stay, it's just you're ripping too much talent out of NXT. And it's like, like too much at once. And Aleister Black versus Andrade was such a letdown because I was looking in my hockey pool while the fight was happening, and I'm going, I got so much time. Like the match is like, it's not even getting into the nitty gritty yet, and then it was over. And I was like, shit.
Did you notice they played like 2 minutes of commercial through like the best parts?
Yeah.
It was like terrible. And I will say, like, I liked Aleister Black's look. His entrance was fantastic. The fact that he fought Andrade, I was like, cool, this is great. And you have Selena Vega, who he's actually married to in real life. Cool. She had some weird kind of haircut going on this week, a little dome. But yeah, it was cool. The match was actually, I thought it was fairly good.
No, it was good. It was short, though.
Yeah. But I thought that both Black Masses this week weren't great.
Horrible.
Yeah, they weren't great. Yeah. And I thought it could have been a better debut. Having his first debut match against Elias,
that was big mistake.
Bit of a squash there. So wasn't too excited about that one, but I'm excited to have him. But I agree with you. I don't know what the plan is, if they're going to have NXT talent coming and going. It's not even clear. They still haven't answered that. But I don't want them pulling up too much talent because then, like, what happens on NXT TakeOver this year? And even with NXT moving
but we say that
future.
every time. We're always like, they took all the talent at NXT, and then there's, like, just so much more. And you're like, fuck.
I can't believe it. Absolutely right.
To me, out of all four, Aleister Black's going to be the biggest star. That's just my opinion. I think he's the total package. I know his mic skills are a little bit weird because he doesn't sound like he looks. He kind of sounds a little soft. But he's tall, he's aerial, he's got amazing striking, he's definitely got the fucking look. I think out of all four of them, he's the best fit for main roster. Put it that way.
I won't argue with you. I like him too. I'm interested to see the future and what it holds for Aleister Black. Now, the future, what it holds. Kevin Owens, we don't know yet. We were just talking recently about. He loves my transitions. This guy, he's like taking a sip.
Well, I'm laughing.
It wasn't
also.
bad.
That was very good.
Yeah,
I'm also just laughing because I know where you're going with this.
KO video package. What do you guys think? Like, were these pre-recorded? I don't know because every time
he dropped his phone.
They're off his phone, and he's always talking about how he's ready. And he's getting ready, but then he's always eating.
Yeah.
So he has pizza, he has popcorn, So I have to feel like, we're all sitting there like, what the hell, Kevin Owens? He's filming this on his phone, he's eating shit, this fat fuck. Yeah. So it's like, but I kind of feel like they got to be playing us, or there has to be something more to this. Like they planned this because we saw Kevin Owens at that autograph signing. He was looking thinner. I don't know if it was just the camera. But you can't tell me he just went and like gained a bunch of weight during his to come back. No. So I have to feel like they're playing us, and it's making it seem like he's eating food and being a bum when in reality he's really been training and dropping weight. So when he comes back, it's going to be like holy shit. And then he's going to challenge Daniel Bryan maybe, and people are like, wow, the new Kevin Owens fighting Daniel Bryan. And there's a tie-in because he did powerbomb Daniel Bryan on the apron.
Yep.
So. We'll see, but I have to think. The only one thing that kind of stands in my mind is one of the things he filmed, he talked about the card at Elimination Chamber. And saying, I hope this person wins, and I hope the Riot Squad wins the tag team titles, and I hope, Becky is there to do this and that. So, like, he knew the card. So if he really filmed it far in advance, I don't think that would have been possible. So that's the only thing that kind of has me going,
no. These are live. These are happening. These are on the fly. Like, not live, but you know what I mean? Like, they're filmed and, like, submitted. And then edited.
I know, but I'm wondering if he filmed and submitted them, like, months ago.
No. I don't think so. I don't understand it. Why is he putting his kid on TV?
Because now he doesn't look as thin as he did before. And it'd be awesome to I've always said it'd be great to have this. He has this chance to, like, shave off, like, 30, 40 pounds and come back.
Kevin Owens needs to be fat. It works for him. He could lose
maybe.
like 20. Not he can't drop like 50 pounds. He'd look weird. He'd look like he had AIDS or some shit. Like fucking
His beard alone is like 30 pounds.
dude, when you stay home from work, watch The Price is Right, look at Drew Carey, and you're like, ugh, what? This is fucking weird looking. And that's what Kevin Owens would look like if he dropped all that weight.
Maybe.
It's like
but,
Newman.
I don't know. I just feel like maybe take the chance of being like, look, man, let's have a chance to reinvent yourself. He wasn't happy where he was currently. He wants to be the main guy, so could be a good opportunity. And though we saw that picture of him at the autograph signing and he looked like he had dropped like seriously 20, 25 pounds. I swear he looked thin.
Yeah,
thinner.
I think it was just an angle.
Maybe, yeah, it might have been an angle. I'm trying to think that like maybe the WWE's smart enough to film these things way ahead of time. Be like, okay, you're going to drop weight over the next like 3-4 months. We're going to film like 5 or 6 promos while you're fat as shit, and we're going to air them on. So
Too
we're
much
gonna put them
credit.
on Raw and SmackDown.
They're not.
Yeah,
that
that's
prepared.
it. Maybe it's too
They're
much
not that
credit,
good.
man. I'd love to see it, having come back and being like, the next segment just be him like, just like eating and it would be cool.
Drew McIntyre is trying to make his way into the main event of WrestleMania. He beat the shit out of
so it
Ambrose,
seems.
squashed him.
It's just so funny how quickly he changed his focus. I'm ready. I came here. I reinvented myself. I want to go into the main event of WrestleMania. Ambrose slap. It's like, okay, bye-bye. I'm gonna go follow Ambrose now. So he got
slap was
sidetracked.
cool, though.
Yeah, that slap was all right. But yeah, the match itself kind of short. He ended up, beating Ambrose pretty fast, pretty clean. 2 claymores. At least they gave him 2. That way, it's like, okay, well, at least it wasn't 1. That makes sense that he got his ass kicked. And then you got. So I don't know what's going to happen with him. Maybe he's going to go on, and I don't know who he's going to face at. Maybe they're going to have that Braun Strowman Drew at WrestleMania, which for me is a snoozer match. But McMahon likes his big guys, so maybe having those 2 against each other is his plan. But I feel bad for Drew McIntyre. I really hope maybe he gets that match with Cena and beats Cena. I think that would be very good. I think Drew McIntyre has worked hard enough this year that he earned it and deserves it. So I think Cena coming back and giving him the rub at WrestleMania is the right way to go here. I was a bit confused, however, with Ambrose and the backstage segment afterwards, where now he's just buddy-buddy with
Oh, I like
Seth.
it. I kind of like
it's
it.
funny.
I
It's
really
funny,
like
and
it.
he's giving all these weird looks, but it's like, remember he was coming out like that pilot jacket
Yep.
and like the Bane mask.
Yep.
And like he still has the theme music, but
No,
now
it's
he's
gone.
just,
The siren's gone.
Oh, Siren's gone
The siren's
now?
gone.
So he's completely back to the old Dino.
He's Uncle Dino again, and
Yeah, his failed experiment.
to tell you the truth, since he said he was leaving, I don't know if it's graduation goggles for
We
me,
stopped caring, man.
but everything he's done has been better. Like, not the in-ring stuff. I've never really liked him as an in-ring talent. Well, that's not true. I liked him like a ladder match, 6-man match. He takes big spots. He's good for that. I never really liked his one-on-ones. But his mic stuff, that EC1 and EC2, I mean, that's fucking classic.
Yeah, it was pretty good. You think he wrote that, though?
No, he fucking made that up right on the spot.
I'm
for
curious.
sure. Good on him. Good on him. Good for him. Even
So I'm
with with Rollins this week, I think he just ad-libbed it. He's like, yeah, okay.
It's like all the things they did to each other. It's just like, I don't know. It's like,
I like it.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, really?
I do.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens as he moves forward towards the end of his contract. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with him at WrestleMania,
Yep.
how he's going to be involved. Maybe if there's an IC title multi-man match, he'll be thrown into it. Who knows? Maybe a miracle will happen and then he'll manage to be re-signed with the WWE.
I wouldn't call that a miracle.
No.
It'd be a travesty.
It would be a travesty. You think he should go to AEW and have some time over there?
Honestly, to tell you the truth, I'm gonna get heat for saying this, but I'm already sick of AEW. I'm sick of everybody writing about it and saying that every time there's a fucking all the stupid rumors of everyone's going to AEW. Okay, like why would AEW want to pick up WWE's trash? Like. You know how they say like people from Impact have to get the Impact stink off of them? Well, if I'm AEW, I'm going to make it seem like I don't want WWE sloppy seconds. Maybe one, maybe two
I don't
guys.
think they do.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think they do. So I'm just
But I
sick
think
of
Ambrose
AEW
might be a
talk.
bit different. I don't think they'd pass up on Ambrose.
I
Come on,
agree.
man.
I don't think they would. Do I want to see him go to AEW? I don't give a shit. I want to see just good shit in AEW. And if Ambrose is that guy, then cool. But if it's Dino from WWE just going to AEW, I don't like Dino in WWE, so I don't want to see him in AEW. If he can do something different, bring something else to the table, if he could be booked or written better, I don't know. I've yet to see him impress me. So that's how I'm looking at it.
Well, we have a lot of unhappy superstars. Ty Dillinger asked for his release.
Yeah.
Whoopee. Surprise.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah, I think a lot of us saw that one coming. I don't think we've seen much of him since Randy Orton broke his fingers.
10.
Yeah, we'll have to hang on to that one. Sorry, Dillinger, we're stealing that soundbite.
Yeah.
But yeah, the guy wasn't happy. He wants to go on and do other things and wrestle for the companies, and good for him. I mean, like, it's hard, especially being on SmackDown. There's not much time for people to be on TV at all.
Yep.
We saw it this week as well, too. Rusev, Nakamura, they put these guys together, had this promo with Lana being like, I have an idea. We're going to take on, the tag division by storm. But what's that idea? Them just taking a vacation together? Maybe. I don't know. So I have to think, like, Rusev being frustrated. What's going on? He's been funny on social media. He was trolling Kofi Kingston going to Elimination Chamber, saying never, he can't win. But now he's like super on board and he's trolling the people. He's bored, so he's just trolling. I love Rusev. And Nakamura too. Like, what's going on with that guy? So who's gonna go to AEW? Who's gonna leave? Probably nobody. I think also AEW wants to build their own identity.
Yes.
I don't think they want to bring in all these superstars and be like, like WCW. They want to be AEW. I think they'll bring in what makes sense. I could see them going with Nakamura. I don't know about Rusev. So, we'll have to wait and see. And another big piece of news. So, StarCast was announced.
Yep.
And that's heavily tied to AEW.
Yep.
And guys, The Undertaker is making an appearance. He will be signing autographs. He will be there, meet and greets. Oh, I love that you had that ready.
Yeah.
And yes, it's going to be big news. And apparently the WWE is not too happy about this.
Vince McMahon's not too happy about this.
I'm pretty sure more people are. Like, this guy is the most loyal WWE guy there is.
So everybody can chill
else.
the fuck out. Let Mark make some little money on the side here.
It's true, man. This guy can't wrestle. Well, first of all, he's probably got $1 billion, and but you know what? He still wants to go out, make appearances, meet fans. That's fine. He should be able to do so.
For sure.
He removed a lot of WWE references from his social media. He's tweeting now. He's putting photos and pictures out. He's being a human now. He's allowed to live finally, guys.
Well,
so that's cool to see.
It's chapter 2, right? Like, the guy gave his life, his body. He looks like
chapter
shit.
200.
But chapter 2 in his life, like, he's no longer a wrestler, right? Celebrities, you can say like, oh, he's got millions of dollars. What he doesn't need to make any more money. No, they still do. They have upkeep. They have big teams to pay for. They have lifestyles that they want to upkeep. So he's just in phase 2. I mean, look how many WWE guys are at WrestleCon. I get that the Undertaker is a little bit different, but fuck.
Yep. And I'm hearing that he's not going to be wrestling this year in 35. So
I'm a little bit upset about that. I know
I'm a little bit upset. And to be honest with you, I'm not really impressed with the card for 35 in general.
Oh, I'm liking it.
35, like WrestleMania, you should be looking at the card and being like, holy shit, this is stacked top to bottom.
It never is.
And no, actually, that's not true. There's quite a few where like maybe one match on it isn't that exciting, but like, I don't know. I'm always excited for WrestleMania, and I'm extra excited this year because we're going. And Becky and Ronda, that match is gonna be great.
Yep.
But what else are we really getting?
Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar, I think, is fucking amazing.
Yeah, that's gonna be fantastic. We're gonna see Seth Rollins spin the belt over his head again. Hopefully,
it's gonna be amazing.
But outside of that, I mean, like, I don't know.
Well, there's no other matches called yet. KO in anything is going to be.
It would be historic to see John Cena win that title and surpass Ric Flair.
Yes.
I think that's the only reason why I want that match, is just to be there for history.
Me too.
I don't really care much about it otherwise, and it makes sense. You put it in a great way. It does make sense having the bellows intertwined. You can even bring Nikki in there. It might get weird, but that's what makes it good.
Yeah.
And
I hope we get to see the bellows.
I'm just not super excited, top to bottom, just yet. I feel like they're really behind in terms of putting the pieces in place, but we'll see what happens. And The Miz versus Shane McMahon, oh my God, please. This is... No.
Yeah, that's pretty shit. That's definitely not fun. And now they're going to have a rematch next month?
Okay, guys, this whole non-rematch clause
is bullshit.
Everyone's getting a rematch. Everybody's getting rematches. You're not going to tell me that Bobby Lashley still feuding with Balor is not going to lead to it. I mean, there seems like they're still working some kind of angle with them. And then we have Gable and Brood that are saying to DIY, why did you get a match? We were the champions, so they're going to still go with those guys. And then we have The Miz and Shane who are going to get a rematch. You know, it's like everybody is getting a rematch. It's stupid. So that whole thing out the window, this whole change thing. Yeah. Well, we are seeing some change with NXT. I like this, but you know, this whole automatic they're getting. I think it's so they can reserve the right not to give it when they don't want to. I guess.
Yeah.
Because Becky, you know, didn't necessarily get it. Oh, she did against Asuka at Royal Rumble and lost. So yeah, there you go. I don't know, man.
No, but she didn't. Oh yeah, she did.
Yeah, so they do get the rematches, or they just don't, and they can say, "Well, why didn't they get the rematch?" Oh, because you know, it's not automatic anymore.
I mean, all that aside, it's a travesty that the Usos have to fight these guys a second time at a pay-per-view. We gotta predict this. It's gonna be on prediction shows.
I don't think it's that hard to predict. They're gonna lose.
No, but I mean, like, we have to keep talking about it. I hate this storyline. I hate it.
I know. But I like the Usos spitting fire and calling Miz a loser.
That was good, actually. The Usos
that was pretty good.
They're great.
And then Shane defending him. I'm just wondering what's going to happen here because, okay, we're putting all the pieces in place. Mr. Miz is going to be at ringside.
Yeah.
And they're going to be in Miz's hometown.
Yeah, Shane's taking a heel turn.
So, yeah, I would have to think that Shane's going to take a heel turn and beat the crap out of Miz. Is it because he's too annoying or he's too sad?
Oh, he's going to beat up Mr. Miz.
Maybe he will. Yeah. I don't know. What's going to happen? I am a little bit interested to see who's going to take the heel turn here. And then, let's say Shane does take the heel turn and faces Miz. Does that mean Miz is going to be really a baby face and he's going to win at WrestleMania against Shane?
Miz needs to be a baby face because of the success of Miz and Mrs. I swear to God, that's got to be it. It's weird to see him because it wouldn't make sense if people start watching WWE because they liked Miz and Mrs. Because I know a lot of people that watch Total Bellas that don't watch wrestling, right? So then when they tune into wrestling and they see that, because Miz has got such a cool character on Miz and Mrs., if they tune in and see him being a piece of shit, they're going to be like, what the fuck?
I've seen a bit of Miz and Mrs. It's actually pretty cool.
It's good.
Miz is a really nice guy.
Yeah, they all are.
Yeah. Well, I guess so, yeah. It'd be funny if he just went around being like, oh, I'm awesome all the time.
I like it because she's, from Quebec.
Montreal,
so
Quebec, yeah. Hey, man, they're having baby number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
crazy.
Fast.
Big announcement.
That's fast.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, why not? You got lots of money, you got a nice house, you got a hot wife, get it done.
Yeah, get her done.
Get her done.
Something we got to talk about. Mandy beat Asuka on SmackDown this week.
I was hoping that wasn't going to be
it's so funny, because if people are reading our Twitter, they probably think that we're fucking nuts. Because I'm like, yes, Mandy, yes.
Yeah, I know,
yes.
I saw that.
And then the next tweet, you're like, ruined Asuka.
You got to tag your own initials on that one.
I know.
Clearly,
I figure people who know us know who's tweeting, I think.
Oh my God, dude, I'm telling you. So
I like it, and I think it's fine. I don't think it hurts her.
It definitely hurts her.
No.
Okay, look. I get it. They want to push Mandy. They want to give her a credible win. It's being used to elevate Mandy.
Yes.
And job done. She's got a big win over Asuka. Okay, fair enough. But to have Asuka not on television for the whole month after she makes the man tap out.
Yeah, but she got her promo. That was a nice pat on her back.
Promo was. They called it out that she made the champion tap out.
She's like, I've beaten them all. I've beaten Charlotte. I've beaten Becky.
And then she has Mandy coming out. Mandy's a fucking jobber. I'm sorry.
No, she's
not great. She's not great yet. She's not there yet. No, she's not.
She's never going to be great, but she's Mandy
Maybe
Rose.
she can be. Let her get built up. I used to say the same thing about, Sasha or Nia. And, if they beat Asuka, okay, I can swallow it. But having Mandy coming out, and then okay, fair enough, whatever, give her the win, build up Mandy Rose, whatever. But the way they did it was it was so awkward and uncoordinated. The whole thing to the eye and the refs there, and I thought DeVille was gonna punch her or something was gonna happen, but her throat didn't even hit the rope, and then it was a roll up, and it's okay, you know what? I don't mind if it's week 2, week 3, week 4, but she just came back.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's taking all the wind from underneath her sails, all the steam out. To me, it was really flat. And now what are we going to get? Are we going to get Asuka versus Mandy Rose at Fastlane? Oh my God, please.
Oh man,
God,
I'm so in.
No.
I'm so in. Asuka's
mind
gonna
you,
win.
Yeah, I know. Mandy's not going to win the championship, guys.
No,
Don't get ahead of yourself.
not.
There's people all over social media saying Mandy's the best. Pictures of her holding the championship.
No.
Dude, it's not going to happen. I mean, they're giving her this win because they're going to make sure that she loses when it comes to Fastlane.
Yes.
So here's the thing. I really hope that this is going to be playing out over the next few weeks, and Asuka's actually going to fight Lacey at Fastlane.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Because
But
I
I can
swear to
see Lacey
God,
winning.
if we're getting Asuka versus Lacey as your WrestleMania Women's Championship match,
I'm okay with that.
I fucking don't know what to tell you, man. Like,
Des,
I'm so not on
who
board
else
for Lacey.
is there?
She's had one match, Lacey, and all of a sudden she's going to be challenging at WrestleMania.
Paige
Why
won
not
her
Naomi?
championship day one.
Yeah, well, that was a mistake. And also at the same time, they weren't high on AJ Lee, and they wanted her to drop the title and get her the fuck out of there. So
Who? This is the problem. Okay, with Charlotte being in the
WrestleMania should be like her before Lacey. It should be Io Shirai.
Yeah,
Okay?
but it's not gonna happen.
But even before Io, it should be many other people. Lacey has not proven herself. She has one or two moves, and honestly, people are like they love her moonsault. And guys, go check it out. It's not bad, but the weight that she has on her legs, like her knees go slamming into the mat. She's gonna break somebody's arm or their ribs one day doing that move.
But who else is
And
there? Literally.
well, I mean, Ruby Riott could be good. Ruby Riott, WrestleMania, Oscar Ruby Riott. Why not?
She's on Raw.
We'll figure it out.
She's on
Figure it
Raw.
out.
She's on
We
Raw.
have time to figure it out. They'll have like a battle royale or something, or
Okay,
I don't know,
hold on.
man.
Asuka versus Lacey at WrestleMania, or Asuka versus Mandy Rose at WrestleMania? Who'd you prefer?
Lacey, because we haven't seen it before.
Okay.
Honestly, and straight up, if we get Lacey versus Asuka at WrestleMania, I really feel like Asuka's gonna win this match. They're not gonna give Lacey the championship that early. So, but if they do, like,
There's still
I'm worried. I'm scared for Asuka, man.
still a month and a half.
And I was talking to Chris Rucker from Boot to the Face, and he's telling me, he's like, man, get off that train, while she's still hot. Dude, She was hot at WrestleMania last year. She's not been the same since. So maybe I should have gone off it a long time ago, man. But I've always been an Asuka fan, even back at Kana, when she was Kana. I'm not just jumping on board when she came to the WWE. I used to follow her a little bit. I really like the shit she used to do, and she's a WrestleMan, man. She was tough, man. She can wrestle. You guys saw the match against Becky.
Yeah.
She's not the best, but she can fucking wrestle, man.
Yeah.
And the women that she's wrestling, Mandy Rose, going out there and being like, oh, I deserve it. I'm the best in the world. It's like, dude, you haven't walked a fucking mile on this
I
woman's
know,
feet.
but Mandy Rose has such good entrance music, dude.
Yeah, and a nice butt. And that's, like, she's hot for sure. man.
Yeah.
But,
Actually, I don't find her that
like,
attractive. But,
I would have given
I
DeVille.
do.
I would have given DeVille the win over Mandy, but I get why they're high on Mandy, and I get that they're pushing her, and I get they needed this to push her. But they could have done it in a different way. There could have been like she could have exposed the turnbuckle. She could have poked her in the eyes, rolled her up, put her feet in the ropes. But this is just like a really sloppy, hang on the ropes. The roll up was stupid. Like, I don't know, man. This is reminding me, giving me flashbacks of Carmella when she was facing Carmella, and Carmella gave her those little weak super kicks, or she bumped her head into something and beat her. It was just,
Okay, before we end things, because we're getting to that time, we mentioned that whole thing about the Hart Foundation and how you were saying that it sucked that Owen Hart wasn't going in, and my argument was, well, they don't put stables in. Well, these sons of bitches are putting DX in now. So now I'm pissed that Owen Hart's not going in if he's going in. So point to Dez. But
I was going to ask you about that. I was going
Yeah.
to ask you about that this week because Triple H did announce that. It's funny that he announces himself going into the Hall of Fame.
Very
Isn't that
odd.
hilarious?
Very odd.
Yeah, he's like, the first entrance is D-Generation X. Me. So Triple H gets a ring before he retires. And Shawn Michaels gets another ring.
Yep.
Sweet deal. So
Number
Bret
two,
Hart and Shawn
two-time, baby.
Michaels. It's funny. Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels both going to get 2 rings at the same time.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
They're going to be there at the same time, which is awesome.
Yeah. And X-Pac, Sean Waltman, 1, 2, 3
Yeah.
kid, really awesome. He was one of the first smaller guys in the industry. And then the New Age Outlaw. So that's pretty cool. I
Yeah.
think it's interesting, too, because Billy Gunn works for AEW.
Yes,
So
I know. That's what
the fact that they're able to kind of be, work things out and make this work, awesome.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest news people are kind of excited about is the 9th wonder of the world, China.
Fucking right.
She is going into the Hall of Fame finally, long overdue.
Yeah.
I think it was going to happen one way or the other. It's very sad she's not around for this moment because I really think if she would have stuck it out for a little bit longer, she would have made that her way into the Hall of Fame, and maybe she could have made a comeback. Maybe she could have cleaned her life up a little bit.
Yep.
But it is what it is. It's sad, and I hope that she's up in heaven, looking down and being like, "Suck it!"
Yeah.
So good for her. I think it's awesome. She definitely deserves to be in there. She deserves to be in there on her own as well too. But all you guys on the internet, stop crying.
Yeah,
she can't have
in.
everything. She's
good.
going in, and Triple H even said in an interview last week that she deserves it. There was just some complications, and he even thinks that she deserves it and will go in on her own in the future when the time is right. So hang in there, guys.
Yeah.
You can't have everything. There's lots of people who deserve it as well, too, who aren't even in there.
Yeah.
Owen Hart, for one,
Owen
right?
Hart, yeah.
So enjoy it. It's going to be an awesome event, and it's going to be interesting to see how they pay tribute to her when it comes down to it. So
It makes
pretty
me
cool.
want to buy tickets to the Hall.
I was thinking about that too, but you would get like these nosebleeds up in the balcony.
Yeah.
So it depends how much it is. Maybe we can look into it.
Yeah, but we got a busy Saturday. Don't
Hey,
forget, you're meeting
did we
Oscar.
tell our listeners too? We picked up tickets to Raw in Montreal.
Oh,
Floor
yeah.
seats, man.
No, we
Floor
didn't.
seats, baby.
Yeah.
We're going to be near the ring, floor seats for the International Superstar Shakeup. It's going to be awesome. We're going to be tired. And man, it's going to be sweet.
We're
Sweet.
literally doing, holy shit, the lineup's getting long. We got, we're driving to New York on Friday. NXT TakeOver Friday. We wake up Saturday, we're going to WrestleCon. Saturday evening, we're going to Fan Access. You're meeting Asuka. Then there's a possibility that we go to Hall of Fame. Holy shit. Then we wake up Sunday, we go right to New Jersey. We're there all fucking day. WrestleMania. Monday, we're going to Monday Night Raw. Then Tuesday morning, we wake up, we drive back to Montreal. We finally get a couple of days away from each other. And then we meet back up that next Monday to go to Raw in Montreal.
It's going to be awesome, man.
Fucking wild, man.
Yeah,
That's
and I can only imagine if Seth Rollins is a champion. Like if
Yeah.
you look at the pop they got when he was the IC champion,
Yeah.
it's gonna be off the hook. It's gonna be a really friggin' exciting and drunken night.
Oh, yeah. Drunken night. And before we wrap things up, finally, we have proof that Abyss is in the WWE.
Oh,
and
man.
Dez, I guess we'll keep it for Fastlane. You want to do it on the night of Fastlane when we're together?
Yeah,
buy
I don't
you
know,
some
man. I was
promo
hoping
shit.
this is not going to be something that came to the light. I thought people would forget about it. I was hoping I'd forget about it. All these agents came in. I didn't see any proof of Abyss, and yes, we've seen the proof. We see the picture of Hurricane and Abyss. Looks like Penn and Teller.
Yeah. Penn and Teller, 100%.
Yeah, but yes, I'm a man of my word.
Yeah,
I honestly really never believed Abyss would be in the WWE. He was like the Undertaker for TNA,
Yeah.
So very surprised. I wish I had read the news that day in hindsight because it was already out there that it was.
Yeah, you
rumored.
walked right into that. I was like, really?
I did.
was like,
and
I'm pretty sure I know this for a fact.
I'm so big on the dirt sheets and the news. I just missed it that day. So yes, guys,
that's
I
fine.
will eat cat food. I don't think I'm gonna eat a whole can. I'll take a nice big bite for you guys, though.
Yeah.
It'll be worth it. Trust me. We'll do that on Fastlane. It'll be a lot of fun. And we'll post it out on social media. We'll hashtag Fastlane so all the people can look at it and laugh at me. And man, that sucks. This really sucks.
It does suck. Well, boys and girls, it's another episode of Talkamania in the Bank. Follow us on Twitter @_Talkamania, Podbean, iTunes, Spotify, Chairshot.com, FullPressCoverage.com, TheDailySmart.com, BlogTalkRadio.com, and BodySlam.net. ProWrestlingTees.com/Talkamania. Go buy some merch. And if you're into video games, Twitch.tv/Talkamaniacs. On behalf of J-Bomb, I'm out. Dez, say bye.
Take it easy, Talkamaniacs. Thanks for tuning in for another weekly episodic adventure. Until then, happy Rusev Day!